do you mean spring? It's already fall. Are we on a lake or the beach? What's going on?
The beach. We're at the beach. We're at the beach. We're at the beach.
Yeah.
We're at the beach. We're at the
Call Uncle Teddy. Say hi. Hello.
Hello.
What are we doing?
Hey, you remember
The
how
end of the summer, Labor Day weekend. It feels like the middle of fall. We were supposed to go on kayaks, but the waves were way too hard. It was so windy. Even the motorboats were getting stranded on the side of the lake. Got some video of that. Hey there guys, we're going out on a hike. We were supposed to go by boat. We're here in Clinton, New Jersey, Round Valley Reservoir. But the waves were way too much to be rowing. We're still feeling the remnants of Hurricane Harvey, and it's finally coming up to the northeast, so it's gonna be pretty bad weather after midnight tonight. And it's my son's first time hiking, and he's kind of whining and complaining about it, but got to get through it. And I might put him in the Cub Scouts just to toughen him up a little bit. So anyway, more footage later. How you doing, buddy? Tired? Look at the camera.
Yes.
How long have you been walking?
I don't know.
An hour, 10 minutes?
Huh?
Not that bad. We're halfway there. Yep. We're more than halfway there. See? Uncle Teddy, Aunt Suzette's over there. Come on, let's go. What do you want to do? Just play video games? Just want to play video games? You're exhausted? So, not too bad. We're walking for a little over an hour. Little guy's not carrying anything, but he's so tired. Meanwhile, I'm carrying like over 35 pounds. I gotta keep going. Remember, I gotta hike back and hike back again later. All right. Almost at the campsite. So we're about 5 minutes away from our campsite. Right there is Round Valley Reservoir. It's a very nice lake. Water's finally coming back up.
Oh no.
Had a drought for the last few years. Reagan,
That's way heavy.
wave at the camera and say we made it. Now we gotta do that all over again. All right.
What?
I might just row the boat tomorrow if the water's fine.
I want the water to be fine so that we don't.
So we were supposed to take kayaks out, but earlier the water was really bad right to the middle. The waves were really bad, and even a couple of the motorized boats were getting kind of stranded on shore. They were taking in water before they even got out, so we'll see. It's supposed to be a storm tomorrow. Again, remnants of Hurricane Harvey. So I'll take footage of that, keep you guys posted. Hey guys, as you can see, it's dusk now. It's 7:30, and hiked back to the parking lot to pick up my wife. She's coming from work, and we're hiking back to the campsite now. So it's one of those recreational areas where it's not car camping. There's a trail, minimum 3-mile walk to the campsite, or the first campsite, and you could also go kayaking or motorboat, but because of the waves, it's very difficult to do that. Maybe a little too dangerous, and it's also raining, and it's supposed to be some thunderstorms coming in, so it's a pretty good experience as well, knowing where to pitch your tent, on what terrain. When we went out to East Hampton, I wound up waking up with some wetness inside the tent, and either the water seeped through or because we left it out and it was just all that water vapor when the sun came out. Could be just condensation. Anyway, I'll be filming more tomorrow, and we'll find out if I pitched the tent in the right spot, and if we brought just the right amount of gear. I feel like we brought too much, but you know, it's supposed to be a kayaking trip, and we weren't supposed to worry about weight as much. But it's good to stay light, or light enough where it's manageable if plans fall through, you know. So anyway, talk to you guys later. So right now we're hiking, pretty much dark now, and luckily we have 400 lumen headlamps, and you can focus the beam. So I'm not sure if you guys can get this. You get it closer and you focus it further out for a greater field of vision. So I'm very happy about that.
It's raining pretty hard outside. It's time for bed. Say good night. Good night. See you tomorrow. Hey there guys, just want to get a quick video update. It's still raining. It was really bad last night. I should have taken some footage of that, but it was way worse than this. And I'm gonna flip the camera around so you guys can see what it's like outside. So pretty much overnight it rained even harder than this. So everything's pretty wet. We're in the Big Agnes String Ridge 2, which is actually a 2-person mountaineering winter tent. Basically, it's a 4-season tent, and I forgot to bring, or neglected to bring, the tarp. So I figured in a couple of hours when the temperature goes up a little bit. Right now it's like 58 degrees out, maybe even less, because we're by the water. I'll go out, start, see if I can even build fire. I do have my what do you call that? My pocket rocket. That's what I used last night to boil water. So probably get breakfast started soon. I'm thinking, even though it's really cold, I do want to go for a swim. So check that out, to video that later. And yeah, so I'm gonna try to make the best of it, and then get things ready and start cleaning up and hike out of here. I wouldn't mind having, even if it was like this, I'll try to make the best of this experience, and I would still go swimming in this kind of weather just for fun, for the hell of it. But I'm not sure if they're down for those kind of activities. So anyway, talk to you guys later.
So guys, it's about 7:15 in the morning. It's a Sunday morning, and got our tiny little tent right there. Again, it's a 2-person tent that's meant for 4-season camping. It's the Big Agnes String Ridge 2, but since winter tents usually have a little bit more space to accommodate your gear, it's perfectly fine for my wife, myself, and my son.
for 3-season camping. And with the added benefit of, it's a little heavy though, almost 7 pounds. Some added benefit of a little warmer temperature inside the tent. And I had a tarp in the car ready to go, but since we changed our plans, I wanted to keep my pack light. I didn't think it was going to rain that badly. Future reference, I'll be bringing a tarp, weighs about a pound. I'll be bringing that for future trips, no matter what the weather is like. So I had to improvise. I had some garbage bags. I had to put up that little awning there so I can cook with my stove. And just hung up that bag right there. Used some odor-proof lock sack or op sack bags as well. And usually I'll do an actual bear hang, especially on the Appalachian Trail. I'll do like a bear hang. Carry like 50 pounds of bank line, that's enough. A lot of people like the Z-Pack guy lines, the slippery one, like the neon green or yellow one. Anyway, just wanted to show you guys how wet it is and then take you guys to the lake. I was even thinking of going for a swim, but we'll see. So a couple of things that I was thinking about last night and this morning. Should you go ahead and change your plans knowing that it's going to be terrible weather? I mean, in my opinion, I wouldn't cancel plans just because of rain, unless it's like some natural disaster type shit. But for the most part, even if the weather was nice, it can change at any moment. Yesterday it wasn't supposed to rain. It wasn't supposed to rain until this morning, but it started raining pretty early and it was pretty rough. I should have taken video of it, but it was raining really hard and I was soaked through. Matter of fact, this is a wet shirt right here. This is the Patagonia Capilene lightweight long sleeve, and right now this is my favorite out of the Capilines. And the reason for that is that it's just so versatile. It's, you know, UPF 35, and it keeps you pretty warm, or at least for me. Like right now it's wet. It's 57 or 58, maybe even a little cooler since we're right by the lake. And I'm doing just fine. Last night I was pretty much freezing. I was just soaked through. You know, after a while, just too much exposure. Getting water, boiling water outside while it was pouring. Again, that tarp would have helped a lot. Not sure how much. I figured I don't think the wife and my son would want to go walk from the tent and get wet and then go underneath this tarp. So I'll have to work out a system where you just have an awning. But I don't like having the tent too close to where you're eating because of bears and such. Yeah, so it's still beautiful. I mean, not the best weather, but I have to say I'm still having a great time. You know, I'm not sure how my wife and my son are feeling about this, but you know, I'm having a blast in a sense of this is truly what Mother Nature is. It's not always a sunny day. You know, she doesn't always give you warm days, and some days you just have to figure out what's the best way to deal with that. You know, my gear was not set up when we headed out for backpacking.
You know, we were assuming that we were gonna go kayaking or take the boat out, but it was just too tough. It may not look that bad, but we've paddled in this before. We come here at least once, twice, 3 times a year. Only once this year, but for the last 4 years we've been coming here. Through the summers we camp out 2 or 3 times, maybe more. We come here in the fall as well, and you know, we've paddled in these types of water, and towards the middle of the lake the waves get pretty bad. Pretty bad, and it just pushes you back to the point where it gets too exhausting, and also you can potentially lose some of your gear, or somebody could fall out of the boat. Usually the water is up to here on this spot, but we've been having a drought for the last few years, and it's sad for me how Houston, you know, I'm gonna be trying to raise some money for Houston, and stay tuned. I'll be selling like little kits online, nothing fancy, just aim to raise money however way we can for Houston. Got some used gear, I'm gonna put some of that up for eBay, and not just Houston, but you know, all the natural disasters. You know, you really have to feel for our brothers and sisters out there, you know, our community. You know, they may not be within your state, but just imagine how life would be for all these people that are now homeless, lost everything they had. And that's why I'm a big proponent of heading to the outdoors, going camping, bringing just the essentials, just to remind you, you know, what is it that we really need, and it gives you a different perspective in life. Also in terms of natural disasters or emergency events, being able to build a fire, being able to build a shelter, and gathering resources is important. I may put it in this channel, or I might place it in a different channel. I might start a different channel. My friend and I, he goes by Merlin, and he's got a channel on YouTube which is tested in the USA, and we're going over some bushcraft type stuff, bug out type scenarios, and you know, I'll be applying for, you know, more like trapping, fishing type licenses, and see how that works. So anyway, stay tuned for those. I'm gonna check out the water. Let's see how cold this guy is. Got on my water shoes. As you can see, my pants are all messed up from all the dirt and the soil and the charcoal, whatnot. I got a lot of these, the basis for hook and loop closures here. I don't know if you guys are aware, but as far as I know from the articles I've read, these little things here that stick to your clothes were the basis for hook and loop closures, which are now called Velcro. I mean, the water's nice and clear. I'm going to change the perspective so you guys can see that. So the water's nice and clear. The water's not too cold, and I'm actually, you know, pretty much up to my waist. I'm waist deep in water right now. So may seem foolish to some of you guys because
my pants would get wet, but they're already wet from the rain, so I'll be changing into a different set of clothes later, or I might just wear the pants out and just have a dry shirt on while I hike. It's nice and foggy. This is beautiful, you know. I don't think that, you know, I think nature in days like this shows you a lot about life, where not everything's always ideal. It's not always fair weather, and there's still a beauty in that. And you just also have to learn how to deal with these moments. So I'll probably go for a little swim, take my shirt off at least, and anyway, I'll take some footage of us on the way out. Just wanted to show you guys cleaning up now, and so as you guys could see, the bathtub floor on the Big Agnes, String Ridge 2, and pretty much all their tents holds up really well. See, the water's not coming through. Pretty bad downpours last night, and we stayed dry except for a little bit of condensation, but that's not uncommon. You know, not the biggest tent. I'm thinking about getting the Slater UL3 that has a huge vestibule, pretty big vestibule, so in the rain works out pretty well still. Anyway, gonna finish cleaning up, and it's time to hike out. Heading out?
Yeah.
Time to go where?
Home. Sweet.
Home sweet home. You didn't like this camping trip, huh? Not really? So Regan didn't like this trip that much. It was too rainy, and yeah, we're gonna have to make some adjustments to future gear list. We're gonna have to bring a tarp, you know, just in case. It's much more fun that way, but still good to get out and enjoy Mother Nature. So we're hopping on the trail, and it's gonna take us about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours.
Hello.
And I've got about 40 pounds worth of gear on me.
Hello.
I've got about 40 pounds worth of gear right now. Hopefully by next year and the next few years, he'll be able to bring at least his clothes, and that will take some weight off of my back. And yeah, just hopefully we'll be able to distribute stuff better. We weren't expecting to hike this one out, so definitely gonna make some adjustments. My wife wasn't anticipating that we wouldn't be able to use the boat, so we'll be able to bring better packs next time and distribute the weight a little bit better. So anyway, just a last shot of the lake from the trail, and time to go. It's the home stretch right here. We're by the parking lot already, pretty much, and see, there's people there. There you go. See, they usually do the dog training there. They have like retrievers. Do some training there, and there's a nice view of the lake. We'll get one later with a clearing.
Good job, buddy.
Alright, so the nice view of the lake right there, and Regan the Awesome from Regan's Awesome Toys and Games.
Say hi. You probably seen
He's got the lightest backpack ever.
You probably seen
No
me
backpack.
in the other videos.
All right, we're just a 5-minute walk to the parking lot. I'm about to head out.